been doing a lot of thinking. Um, I had to take a little time to myself, just be in silence. I ain't really talk to nobody. I didn't really make any um wasn't making any content. I just had to take the time to get my mind back, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Get my mind back. Watched a couple, you know what I'm saying, little movies got me back in my mood, you know what I'm saying? Watch Rush Hour. And then he was like, what it is good for? Absolutely nothing on everything. You feel me? Ah, yeah. Hey, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta get in good moods, man. Y'all gotta get in a good mood. Every day when y'all wake up, y'all should be smiling. You know what I'm saying? Never frowning. Y'all, every day you should wake up feeling like you're gonna conquer the day. You gonna be the best you can be. And as you should, because every day is a new opportunity for you to grow. So whatever happened yesterday that's in the past, it really don't even matter because it don't even exist. With just like I read something and it was like stress is not always a bad thing, and because people say they're stressed because they're thinking too much about certain things. That's not also all that can't talk. That's not always a bad thing because it just means you care about your future. You know what I'm saying? That's where meditation comes in because you don't. It's not about silencing silencing. It's not about silencing your thoughts. It's about being one with it. You know what I'm saying? So let everything that you thinking about, let it flow, bro. Like that's a part of, like, that's what meditation is for. You're supposed to, and and then then you'll start to understand why you're thinking about certain things so much. You'll get the answers because God is within. The answers are within. Most of us are programmed to run to religions and praise a Jesus and Allah and all this, and it's not really that's not really saving us. And if you look throughout history, because history always repeats itself, if you look through history, to be honest, ever since we started doing that, we've gotten worse. You know what I'm saying? We've got all the way worse. We don't we're not in touch with our God, which is ourself. We are God. Like, you are God. You individually, we are all, it's with God is an energy. It's a consciousness. It's not a person. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing. It's an energy. It's a consciousness, like I said. So, and that's why spirituality is so important, because you learn about your chakras. You learn about, what I'm saying, kundalini energy. You learn about your pineal gland. You learn about how you can reach these enlightenment stages. You learn about that stuff. And in also, with you learning about that, you're learning about yourself. Because once you start learning about, like I said, the chakras and everything in the universe, you start to learn about yourself, because we are a universe. We are all individual walking universes. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are stars. We are energy. We are carbonated beings. So once you start to understand that, it really get fascinating. It really get, you know what I'm saying? That's when you get on to the magic stuff and the hoodoo and everything that, what I'm saying, and the crystals and the powers and the healing and what fasting does to you, and you know what I'm saying? And then you get to the fruits and the juicing and everything like that, and the H3O. It leads to all that stuff. So, like, excuse me. That's like I said, that's why spirituality is important over religion. Because religion is just going to get you to obey and give all your thanks to an outside unknown source. Just because somebody say give the label and say God, that don't mean it's good. That don't mean it's good. And that's where we're getting fooled at. You know what I'm saying? That is where we getting fooled at because people hear and they see God and they like, oh, yep, I believe in God. Yeah, God, yes. And then next thing you know, now we all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I didn't even know you couldn't hear me that well. Hold on. Yo, 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 yo. All right, bet. We in there. But yeah, like I was saying, because you know, the devil's called a god to some people, worship as a god. They're, the god Baal, or however you want to pronounce. There's not just because you hear the word God does not mean it's good. You know what I'm saying? So we hearing God and Jesus when if you look up the background and the history of Jesus and they try to say it came from the Hebrew language, there's no J in the Hebrew language. They used to call him Yahshua, Yahweh, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Yash actually was Yahshua. Yahweh is something different. I'm tweaking. Yahshua. You know what I'm saying? So and if you don't have a J in the Hebrew language, you can't convert it in English and say it's Jesus. And then even if you want to do that, okay, then how do you say Jesus in Spanish? Zeus, Jesus, 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 Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And then if you do your history and you get back to Zeus and you find out who Zeus is and shit, you like, wait a minute. That's mm. But most people don't have the discipline to do the research, to read, actually read the Jesus story. Jesus was spiritual. He wasn't a Christian. He wasn't religious. He got crucified because he was spreading spirituality. People are not disciplined enough to read the book. They just want to be told. They just follow. They just obey. Whatever's told to them, that's what they believe. They go with it. You got to have a discipline to do your own research. You got to have a discipline to do your own experiments. You know what I'm saying? Like explore it yourself, research it yourself. Don't just believe anything that people is out here just saying. And like I said, discipline is one of the hardest parts of spirituality. Um, and today it's to stop eating the bad shit, stop eating unhealthy shit. Veganism. A lot of people, I hear people say, they call veganism a diet, and they say, oh, well, I respect your diet, and I had to correct them respectfully. Veganism is not a diet. It's not a diet at all. It's a lifestyle. Veganism is a lot more than just not eating meat. It's way more than that. Like it's about not eating the chemicals. It's about staying away from things that are bad for your body, staying away from things that make you look bad, away from things that make you feel bad. You know what I'm saying? You can't fully elevate eating low vibrational and frequency things. You can't. There's no matter how much you meditate, you'll know much how much you want to love folks. It's true love is not slaughtering and killing nature to fulfill your physical to fulfill your physical pleasures. That's what true love is. You wouldn't have to slaughter. You wouldn't have to slaughter nature. What are you slaughtering animals for? Where you can grow there. Damn, I can't talk. What are you slaughtering animals for if you can go grow it peacefully and feed abundance of people? And then those things that grow, they got seeds, and you plant them, and then they got seeds, and then them got seeds, and you got shit forever. That's what they took away from us. They took away that knowledge. That's kind of common sense. Why would something naturally have a seed in it? so you can go plant it and make some more. Like that's why they trying to make shit seedless. So we don't have the opportunity to have natural foods. That's why it's so important for us to get on the train now before next you know all that shit's poison, all that shit's gone. Ain't none of that shit gonna be in America no more. And that's what they working towards. That's why they come, that's why veganism gets such a bad, you know what I'm saying, bad light, and spirituality gets such a bad light because that'll lead us back to that'll lead us back to enlightenment on that God level that people want to, you know, the praising and whatnot on that God level, the God consciousness, you know, we will actually be back in our God state as we supposed to be. The discipline, you know, to not eat all the junk food, you know, that we grew up eating. And that has commercials. You have to have a lot of discipline if you're watching TV a lot and you stay seeing food commercials and snack commercials and like all the commercials they had when we was growing up. Those was some good ass commercials. You feel me? They was some good ass commercials. Like the one about the Reese Puffs and shit, bro. Goddamn, the rapping and with the DJ and shit like that was some good ass commercials. They do good promoting low vibrational things. They are perfect at that. And when I say they, I mean our oppressors. I mean the white man. You know what I'm saying? And no matter if you want to believe it, see it, understand it or not, the white man is the way is the reason for all the destruction and bad shit going on. And if you think I'm wrong, I'm open to you proving it because like I said, his that's why knowledge is power because it'll teach you so much once you really study history and research history and not just you know listen to what you was told in school and think you know everything. No, you have to do it yourself because it's a lot of things that they didn't tell us in school and it's a lot of programming that they did in school. So for instance, what can I for instance, what can I throw out about you know about black people in America? You know, they tell us a story about the Indians and whatnot. They don't tell us how the Indians got here or where the Indians came from. They just say just magically, randomly, it just was Indians here. Um, and then next thing you know, they basically say, you know, first of all, they call them they say that they mix with the pilgrims and whatnot, and then that's it. And then next thing you know, slavery. So what happened to the Indians? They don't really tell us that. And then if you do your research, you'll find out what happened to the Indians. The Indians are the same people here that they trying to call African Americans. So they didn't end up killing off all the Indians. That was just a lie that they told us so we would know that we the Indians. They changed the name. Then now you Negro. You know what I'm saying? Now you African American. You know what I'm saying? Black. All these different names we've been changed. They classify our names. They change the classifications of our names to confuse us even more. That's why we have to have the discipline to do things our own, which they again during slavery they took so much away from us, not just physically. They took so much away from us physically, mentally, and spiritually. So mentally we don't have the strength to do things our own anymore. They've stripped us from our mental strength. So that's why learning about true history will get you back into that mind frame, that growth mind frame, the unity mind frame, instead of this low vibrational, oh, I need some money, fuck everybody else, I can do it myself, you know, that type of mindset and thinking that the world is just a bad place. I mean, it is a bad place now, but it always wasn't like this and it can get better. And the only way it's going to get better is if we develop discipline to stop doing ignorant things. Because, like I said, once you learn, Once you learn things, especially things that help you grow in life, then that's when you're supposed to apply it. You know what I'm saying? When I was a couple years ago, when I was learning all this stuff about health and spirituality and things like that, I had to apply it. What's the point of you learning if you're not going to apply it? If you don't apply it, like I said, that's when it becomes ignorant. That's ignorance. When you learn something and you don't apply it. Like I said, especially something that's going to help you grow. So I had to go through that too. I had to sit around. I'm like, dang, why ain't nothing working for me? Why ain't nothing working? Because you're not applying the knowledge that you're gaining. That's why it wasn't working. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Um, I'm saying I'm spiritual, but then things aren't going my way. I'm still frustrated and whatnot. That's because I wasn't disciplined enough to sit down. I wasn't disciplined enough to actually sit down and meditate. Sit down and figure out what is wrong with you. Like most of us, we go to, I know people that go to drinking, go taking drugs, you know what I'm saying? Run to religion. No, the answers is within you. You can find the answers within. You gotta sit down with yourself. You gotta sit in silence. You gotta let those thoughts flow. You like when I hear people say all the time they can't go to sleep because their mind, they stay thinking about stuff. Okay, think about it, bro. Let it out. Stop fighting it. You know what I'm saying? Stop fighting your thoughts. You can't stop your thoughts. You can't stop thinking. I mean, unless you kill yourself, you want to take yourself out. You can't do that. So the only way is to sit down and you have to be one with your thoughts. You have to be one with self. That's why ancestors said, know thyself. That's it's just so much. When you like I said, when you start to gain true knowledge from fuck it, I'm gonna just say it, from Africa. You get the knowledge from Africa because that's not the only, but that's probably one of the only places that you're gonna actually get true information. You know what I'm saying? You have to go to the origin. Like I hear a lot of people, they go to religion, but then they're speaking spiritually. Just go to spirituality. Stop being scared to actually take that step over the line. Like most people are scared. I'm starting to notice most people are scared to step that spirituality line. They just want to stay right there and still call it Jesus, and Jesus is within. Can't no random goddamn man be within you. Stop it. Like we gotta stop doing this. We gotta get off of this. And that comes with discipline. That come with discipline. Be ourselves. We gotta discipline and be ourselves. Stop trying to be other people. Stop trying to eat like other people. Stop trying to live like other people. Stop trying to be accepted by other people. We don't even accept ourselves, but we want the white people to accept us, pay us, give us this, give us that. We keep voting all this bullshit, but we don't even do this for ourselves. We don't support ourselves, but we want other people, we want other races and shit to support us. We kill ourselves, but then we wonder why they also participate in it and don't care. You gotta and speak up. That's what I also that's another thing I got to download the other day, and it told me stop holding your tongue. Closed mouths don't get fed. It don't matter who don't like it. I'm gonna keep saying it. We got to stop being ignorant as a whole. As a whole, we have to stop being ignorant. We got to start recognizing, okay, so every time it's a cop killing. All right, I think I've seen one, but the rest of them are white men. They're white cops killing black unarmed men or women or boys. Why don't we get it? We keep, oh, the justice system, man, they why they keep doing this to us? It's so sad. It's the reform the police, and they should be fired and they should be thrown in jail. No, no, that's what the systems, it was made to do that. We need to develop the discipline and then have the knowledge to see that that is what it's meant to do. They're not going to change it. It's not going to change. That's what they meant to do. It started off as slave patrol. It went to KKK. Like That's what the police system is. We got to have discipline to learn things. We got to have discipline to read things. We got to have a discipline to see things. We it's like every other race in the world is like alive, and like we just the ones that's like sleep. Like we just zombies, and it's weird. Like I don't. Yes, yes, on everything. Like we get so scared of when I get to talking to religious people, and they get so scared when I say voodoo or hoodoo or that I want to move to Africa, and they, why would you want to do that? Why are you? Oh no, I don't deal with that evil, that demonic stuff. The demonic stuff is the reason why you in America now, like why you free. If it wasn't for the Haitian Revolution, I don't even know if we might be extinct. Who knows? But we definitely needed voodoo and hoodoo. They definitely needed that. And if you did a little research, Haiti is you feel me? They their own nation. Haiti actually is their own nation. So I mean, if we want some side and some backing up, we should go to Haiti. Haiti gon' you feel me? They got their own shit. But we don't have knowledge of self, so we don't recognize that. We think we separate from. We think I done had so many people, black people in America, think they so different from Africans. Think they so different from the people on the islands, the Caribbeans and stuff. And I'm like, damn. So your black ass skin ain't the same as a black ass skin just because y'all don't live in the same environment, like you, so you don't have any type of connection. People say I'm not African. I'm not African. I never been to Africa. I'm well, when you calling yourself an Indian, if you once again knowledge is power. The Indians came from where? Because they had the same type of knowledge, information, and all types of stuff, pyramids, everything. So King Tut, they was traveling back and forth. If you, again, knowledge is power. People saying that they're Indian, but they're not understanding that the continents was together at one time. So it wasn't a North America and an Africa. It was one Pangea. When the continents was together, we was everywhere. Then we travel. Once it spread around, then that's okay. Now we just over here, and now we became quote unquote Indians. But that's what the white man told us. That's we don't know. That's not what we was calling ourselves. Oh, we're the Indians. We wasn't calling ourselves that. We had different tribes. We still went from tribes straight, just like when we was at the crib in the motherland. We had tribes. They only tell us about certain tribes here, and they only tell us about the certain tribes that they was able to infiltrate. You know what I'm saying? Certain tribes they was able to infiltrate, and they was able to get, kill off the men, rape the women, reproduce and whatnot. Yes, that happened. Yes. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why they only tell us bits and parts of his story, because we only to control a person, you have to control their knowledge. So that's why when they enslaved us, we wasn't allowed to read until they got done creating the Bible. That's why we wasn't allowed to read until they got done creating the Bible. And then once they gave us the Bible, if y'all know somebody named what's his name? What's his name? Yeah, if y'all knew somebody named Nat Turner, you feel me? He figured out what the Bible was really saying, and he started, you feel me? He started raising the revolutions and shit. It was multiple revolutions. We wasn't just slaves getting chained up. You know what I'm saying? How they show us in the movies. Hell no, we was always fighting back. It was multiple of those. Nat Turner was one of them. You know what I'm saying? He figured out that what the Bible was saying, and then he got to speak it in code to him and shit, and telling us what it really was talking about. And folks, and then next thing you know, we couldn't read again. They had to stop us from reading because they had to go back. Hold on, wait a minute. We didn't disguise it. We didn't put enough parables in there. We didn't put enough. It's not confusing enough. I said revolutions, rebellions. That's what I meant. Rebellions. Y'all know what I meant. I'm just over here talking. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my talking stage right now. But anyway, yeah, Nat Turner. Y'all should do some research on him, the rebellions and shit. Um, that's crazy because when they actually caught him, they actually skinned him alive and shit. And like they did him really dirty anyway. But yes. So shit like that. You'll learn that we didn't just bow down and we didn't just give in to this Jesus shit. We fought against it multiple times for years. You know what I'm saying? It's just they had, and I get also a lot of questions like, so if we were so powerful, we were so, you know, almighty, enlightened and whatnot, how did such a lower class of beings take us over? And I have to explain to them that because once again, knowledge is power. When you learn about our true nature, how we really operate, how we really are, you learn that we operate off of love. Period. We operate off of love. We once when they came in contact with us, we was at our apex. We was the Homo sapien sapien. We was like Super Saiyans. You know what I'm saying? If you watch Dragon Ball Z, it was something like that. We was literally at our apex. So we wasn't thinking that people, is going to stab us in the back, backstabbing, be some snakes, steal, murder and rape. Like that wasn't that wasn't a thing back then. Like that wasn't what was going on. And for most people, it's hard to understand that. But we wasn't doing that. We didn't have a reason to do that. Why do I want to steal your basket of fruit when I could just grow my own or go to the tree and get my own basket of fruit, or I'm saying, pick some berries or some shit. Like we didn't have to go, and like it wasn't so much stealing and negativity in the world back then. The white man is gonna, has programmed us and is going to tell us that, there's always been all this destruction and whatnot. Yeah, we used to go to war. Yeah, okay, we used to go to war. We used to, what I'm saying, you in our territory, what you doing over here? Hey, we kind of territorial. Yeah, that minor shit went on. We didn't have slaves. We didn't enslave each other. We had prisoners of war. But if you watch The Woman King, literally her right hand woman, her right hand woman wasn't even originally from that area, wasn't from that tribe. She earned her way. She worked her way up. Just like when she was talking to, I believe her name was Mally. Yeah. And she was telling her, like, because she was like, she's not from here, like she don't fit in. And she was like, I'm not from here. Like she told her the story. Like she told her that she wasn't from here either. This wasn't her original tribe. She was a prisoner of war, and then she, what I'm saying? Because that's how what we are. We still operated as love, out of love. We still treated you like a human being. We still treated you with dignity. We still, what I'm saying, gave you your respect when they died. They still got proper burial. It wasn't we wasn't beating people. We wasn't starving people. They still fed them like everything. You know what I'm saying? They treated them like our own, but we did keep an eye on them type shit. And like I said, learning all that is important because it will expose all the lies and the programming that they have tried to put in us, and it just expose everything. It'll just expose all that. Once you learn about once you start to learn about the universe and your body parts and the way our body functions and everything, then you can dissect the Bible. You can understand that Jacob's ladder, when the 33, we have 33 vertebrae. Like you will start to get to that. When they said dude called the place where he's seen God face to face, pineal, or what, however you pronounce it, pineal. Talking about your pineal gland. This is the seat of God. This is the throne of God. This is the consciousness. You know what I'm saying? This is where you become a God right here, the pineal gland. That's why That's why they flood the water with fluoride. That's why they put the fluoride in the toothpaste. You brush your teeth. They tell you what about brush your teeth? Brush 2-3 times a day. You know what I'm saying? It got the fluoride in it because that's the quickest way to your brain. That's the only thing that we got to do. That's the only thing that we do daily. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they put it in the toothpaste. They tell us to drink water. They don't tell us what type of water to drink. Why? Because it has fluoride in it. They want to flood us with fluoride so it can fuck up the throne of God, your pineal gland. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's in the Bible. If you look at the image where where they doing a little finger touch, God is sitting in a fucking brain. He's in the middle of the brain. If the whole image, if you look at the image, is God sitting in the brain, you know what I'm saying, touching with the little ET finger and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll get to that type of stuff. What else? I'm going off the top of the head right now. So you feel me? Just rock with me. Um, what else? Jacob's ladder, pineal. You get to understanding the different energies with God and Satan. It's not, it's we you are God and Satan. That's positive and negative. It's a balance. We got both in us. That's why you get mad. What you think when you get mad, you tapping into that, you know what I'm saying, that lower frequency, those lower chakras down there. That's why the devil's red. Your lower chakra is red. The root chakra is red. And when you stay down there, that's the devil. When you raise up in consciousness and you're high, aka heaven, heaven is your temple. That's the temple. That's where God is, the temple of God. Heaven, it's your, you know what I'm saying? That's a state of consciousness. Heaven. It's a state of consciousness. Hell, heaven. Hell, heaven. That's why they program us and we think hell is down. It is. It's down. It's your lower chakra, and heaven is up. It is. It is. It's your brain. It's up. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about the human body. That's why God is in heaven. God, your pineal gland in heaven. You feel me? That's they you start to learn things like that. You'll start to get on, like when you meditate, you'll start to get those downloads from the universe. You literally know everything because we are the universe. We already know it. We have to be reminded because we've been brought down so much, we just forgot. We don't really remember shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why when spiritual people, when you talk or hear spiritual people, they can tell you about different lifetimes. They can tell you about like their dreams and whatnot because we're tapping in. That the dream state is just the next level, the next realm. It's the dream state. Like in the movie Soul, when he was playing the piano, and you know what I'm saying, they go into the spiritual realm. That's what it was. That's what I'm getting to. The spiritual realm. You feel me? We can all tap into that anytime. Anytime we can tap into that. But you gotta work to do that because like I said, we've been brought down in consciousness so much. We gotta work to get back up there now. They did they work to bring us down over 400 years worth of work. You know what I'm saying? They knew it was they knew that children's, they was working for the future, just like how Martin Luther King and them talking about that he probably wasn't going to see the change in his lifetime. He's working for his children's children. That's the same thing that they did. That's the same thing that they did. They got instruction manuals to tell them, you know what I'm saying? This is what you need to do. It probably ain't going to happen this time of period, but it's going to happen within these certain years. They have manual scripts. They have instruction books how to keep us enslaved, how to keep us mentally enslaved, how to keep us spiritually down. The book, how to hold on. Oh, y'all, hey. The book, man, the book. The book, the book, How to Make a Negro a Christian. The book. Here you go. How to Make a Negro a Christian. You know what I'm saying? How to Make a Negro a Christian. So hold on, let me bring it up on stream too. How to Make a Negro a Christian. Because y'all think it's a game. Hold on, y'all. I'm going I'm shooting a video. I'm recording too, so I gotta bring it up for the recording. All right. Bingo. How to Make a Negro a Christian. Right there. It's an instruction book. It's an instruction book. I looked up. I ain't gonna say I didn't purchase it. I'm not gonna purchase it, but I found a way to read it. I'm not gonna flex. I found a way to read it. And basically, literally, it's an instruction book on how to manipulate our spiritual information, how to manipulate our spiritual information and and trick us to being religious. That's what it's about. The author, who the author? I forgot the creator of this. What's his name? Let me find his name. Hold on, y'all. I had his name. No, it's not him. They try to use a ancient name and shit to make it seem like we wrote the book. Hold on, where was his name at? I gotta find his name again, y'all. See this will be happening. I'll be in my bag when I be researching shit. I gotta work on saving shit. I'm gonna get it together for y'all though. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. My fault. They not bringing it up. They keep bringing up this Kim you die. That's not who I'm talking about. Yeah, that's not who I'm talking about. They not gonna let me find it, huh? See, that's another thing. With this technology and whatnot, they have the power to censor everything. They can take things off, they can put things on in a second. So, like I said, that's why I'm kind of upset because once you find something, you should always, what I'm saying, document it or save it in some sort of way because yeah, now I can't tell y'all what I'm saying, the name of the dude that wrote the book. Is this it? Let me see. Hold on. Charles C. Jones. There we go. On everything. I told you I was gonna find it. Charles C. Jones. He wrote the book How to Make a Negro a Christian. So, and like I said, that is an instruction manual on how one because like I said, with the Moors and everything, we taught them just about everything we know because we operated out of love. We wasn't thinking that they would, stabbing in our back and everything. So we taught them peace, God, peace, God. Uh, we taught them everything we know. So that how to make a Negro a Christian is an instruction manual, aka book, for all the white CEOs, any white man, how to manipulate our spirituality and make us think that we are religious. We have been manipulated in thinking, that this Jesus and religion and Christianity and whatnot. And then if you go back in history, we've never, ever, 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 ever even mentioned the name Jesus. It's not written anywhere. You can't translate it from anything. But that's what they'll program us and tell us. What I say his name was Charles C. Jones. There we go, y'all. Here we go. Yeah. And if y'all could see him, he definitely, you could tell this nigga was a slave owner, like literally. And like I said, it's an instruction manual. How to Charles Colcock Jones, the religion instruction of the Negroes in the United States is an extended exhortation urging white ministers and slave owners to attend to the spiritual needs of slaves and free blacks. You know what I'm saying? So again, he wrote the book to tell all the slave masters and the white ministers and shit how to manipulate us via our spirituality. So again, that's why in the Bible they call it praying. It's You're not supposed to, if you sitting there and you just talking out loud and you sitting there and you talking out loud, you gonna be looked at like you crazy. Who are you talking to? Oh, I'm talking to God. Okay, well, you also talk to people. So are you not talking to God then? Or is it just different? You got to be in a room just by yourself looking crazy and praying and talking to yourself. That's meditation. You're talking to God. You're talking to yourself. Yes, you are talking to God. You're talking to yourself. You ain't talking to God. You talking to God, yourself. God is within. The Bible tell you that, but they make us obeying so much, we skip over that God is within part. Like
It's 10 o'clock.
Folks straight skip over the God is within part, and they keep thinking it's external when it's internal. Everything is internal, just like heaven is internal, hell is internal, God internal, devil internal. It's all internal. You can be God when you create life. When you get your family and you create life, you're a God. You're creating life. If you go and you decide to murder somebody, now you the devil. You took a life. You feel me? Is that simple. When you happy and you living in peace and joy, you're in heaven. When you sad, you depressed, you stressed, you living in hell. That is that simple. You know what I'm saying? You got the power to change it. You got to sit with yourself. You got to figure out why you're upset. It's not going to be a external voice that come down and say, you need to meditate. Like it ain't going, nobody that has never happened. It has never happened. You know what I'm saying?
This my God voice. So I so this is what people think that this, you need to eat healthy. You need to meditate. You need to worry about yourself, your well-being. You know what I'm saying? I guess
Oh, shit. There we go. Oh.
there we go. Yeah, we back in our God voice. So I'm gonna talk like this for the rest because you know what I'm saying? I guess this is how people hear. This is when you pray. I guess this is what Jesus sound like because people say that Jesus Jesus told them. So I'm gonna talk in his voice because maybe it'll help folks understand what I'm saying since I'm talking. You know what I'm saying, like the Jesus that they hearing.
In nature.
Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all. Shit. Uh, but yeah, like you're never going to hear a voice that, and if you hear voices like that, and they coming to talk to you and shit, and they telling you shit, I don't think you should be listening to them voices. Motherfuckers coming,
I think you should go and rob that bank.
and you just gonna go goddamn listen to it. Like for real though, like you're not getting the answers from outside. People, they thank God for a job. Who went to the interview, God or you? Who spoke in the interview, God or you? They thank Jesus for waking them up. Did Jesus wake you? Jesus woke you. So Jesus came and tapped you on the shoulder and said, hey, it's time to get up and go to work, big dog. You know what I'm saying? This Jesus here. And if he did, how is this motherfucker waking up everybody all at once? Jesus woke you up in the morning. He waking up a lot of motherfuckers at one time, goddamn it, for work. That thing got a hard ass job. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, who set the alarm clock? You set the alarm clock. You got your schedule, and you set the alarm clock, and you got up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you take care of yourself, you don't have to worry about randomly not waking up. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have been that type of shit. I ain't gonna say you shouldn't have been because that's kind of mean. But no, all jokes aside, dead ass. You are the guy that you're searching for. Like, we are not supposed to be worshiping anything outside of ourselves, because if you, now again, knowledge is power. You learn that you are everything. You know what I'm saying? You're a spirit. You're the universe. You're a star. You're a planet. You're a tree. We got the same, your fingerprint. I talked about this in a different episode. Your fingerprint. If you cut down a tree, it's the same print as the tree. You got the same thing. You cut our hair. It's the same, a snail shell. It's the same, you feel me? Stuff like that. The universe, it's the same. If you our eyes, it looks like a galaxy. You zoom in, you know what I'm saying? If you really study the eyes, that's we are we are a universe. We are nature. That's why the things that grow from nature, the foods, the vegetables, and the fruits, that's why it has the same appearance as the organs in the body parts that it helps. That's why it's the same color. Why do you think we got the chakra colors, red, yellow, orange, green, blue, purple, or violet? Why do you think we got fruits and vegetables those same colors? That's not just a coincidence. Blueberries, apples, mangoes, they're the color of the chakras for a reason. They help those certain areas of the body. That's why eating healthy is important. That's why veganism lifestyle, not a vegan diet, because there's no such thing as a vegan diet. You can't have a vegan diet. And if you just quote unquote having a vegan diet and you just eating healthy for a little certain period of time, I'm gonna need you to go get some help, because what are you really doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? What are you really doing? What are you really doing? You gotta have knowledge of self. Know thyself. That's why our ancestors put it everywhere. Every temple that they built somewhere is know thyself. Because you gotta know yourself. Peace.
Hey, keep teaching. I'm listening. Yeah.
But yeah, that's why they put that everywhere. Know thyself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know yourself. You gotta know, and also with knowing ourselves, that's knowing our ancestors. We get that misunderstood, and we separate us from the ancestors, and oh well, that was a long time ago. We are still there. Our DNA is strong, like our genetics is strong as hell. We don't die. We transform. We're them. We're just them with lower consciousness because of all the shit that we done went through. So that's why people, oh, I had a dream and I was a king. And yeah, that's because you are.
Yeah.
That you was that. We was the king tuts. We was the hat ship suit. However you say
You got
it. The pharaohs and all that. You was them. Like that's who we are. We just, like I said, we just lowered in consciousness. And that's what the movie Avatar, I always like to match up what I'm talking about with movies that you can go watch. That's why the Avatar movie came out, to tell us we was here, and then when they came to our planet or came in contact with us, and we here. That's what it was telling us. They destroyed the big ass tree. You seen what happened in the movie? They destroyed the tree. We all like shit.
Hey, went crazy.
What the fuck we gonna do? The tree gone. Like you saying, like we ain't got nowhere to go. Like it had to, and then we had to, and then also it showed. That's why they made the second one, Way of Water. It showed that you feel me. You're supposed to go connect with the people from the islands. That was our family of the islands.
Yeah.
Caribbeans, the Haitians, all them. That's who them was. That's why they also had locks. People missed over that. They had everything. They had the African, the wardrobe they wore. I believe that was West African. They had a West African wardrobe, so that was also telling us close to the water, the islands. You feel me? Like the movies tell us everything. We don't got the awareness to see it and understand it.
Teach, brother.
It's bro. I just been in my bag lately. I had to get it out.
Hey, you got to. That's why I didn't even expect you to have me join. I appreciate it. But listen, when you were saying about with the fruit and how the colors is, you absolutely right. I just had a talk with some brothers and they like, but I eat that, but like I don't gotta eat it every. Yes, you do. It's gonna help power you up. You don't even know it.
Just like they tell us that they're eating the meat with quote unquote protein. I keep telling them, back then probably a couple decades ago, that probably was true. We probably could eat some. Calling me. We probably could. We probably could eat some. We probably could eat some meat, and it'll help us with the protein. It'll give us a little strength. But nowadays, that's not meat. That's not real protein. That's not really building us muscle. Because if you really think about it. Anyway, if you really think about it, and if you really look at it, if you're eating meat 3 times a day, they told us, get bacon or sausage, you know what I'm saying, turkey sandwich and shit, then dinner, steak, chicken, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. If you eating that, you 3 times a day, every day, don't you think you should look like Hercules? We should all be cocky as hell. You know what I'm saying? We should be like not even playing. We should be that. I don't know what happened. Anyway, yeah, you should be looking like Samson. You feel me? You should be looking like Terry Crews. All of us, but we not. It goes to the gut, to the stomach. You feel me? Like why haven't we gotten we haven't, and that's ignorance. They have us, our race, ignorant to simple things like that, common sense things like that. We don't realize that, oh, the shit that we eating is fucking us up. It's making me fat. That ain't protein. Why as I'm aging, I'm gaining weight. That doesn't, you feel me? You're not growing anymore. Why are you gaining weight? Why are you so I don't know what's wrong with the thing, bro. Try to bring you in here. Hold on, let me see this. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the thing, bro. I ain't even gonna flex. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know why I kicked bro out. What happened to bro? Oh, okay. Anyway, but yeah, what was I talking about? I forgot. Anyway, on to the next subject. Yeah, but that's why, bro. We gotta have a discipline to know these things. On to what bro was saying. Um, about how people think that you gotta eat. You eat them sometimes. I get that a lot too. People be like, shit, I ate that. You know what I'm saying? I ate that yesterday. Why you ain't eat it again today? Why you just treating it like, oh, if you eat something healthy, then it's fine to eat for the rest of the week something unhealthy. Like, why do we think like that? I always say when people talk about they gonna try to eat healthy, they're gonna try to do this and or they've been doing this and then they mention a cheat day. I instantly I instantly go to, oh, okay, well, shit. That's then don't call no, then that's just like a crackhead saying that they only do crack just a little bit. They only do it one day, and then for the rest of the week, they don't do crack. They just do it once or twice a week. That's it. And people start laughing, and I'm dead ass. That's the same thing because the things have so much chemicals in it. We're addicted now. It's an addiction. It's not a, oh, you're hungry. No, it's an addiction. We don't even, to be honest, most people haven't even not consumed, haven't even really experienced hunger. Most people haven't experienced hunger. It's most of the time it's the parasites. They hungry. The parasites in your stomach hungry. That's what make you, know what I'm saying, and what make you want to make you crave shit, the sugars and the sweets and shit. Or it's your lower self, aka your devil self. That's trying to get you off your high horse. It's, hey, go eat them chips, man. You be all right. Go eat them Skittles, man. You be all right, bro. Go eat a bowl of cereal, bro. You be all right. It ain't gonna, man. What they talking about, bro? They ain't gonna kill you. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Like I said, that's just like with crack. Yeah, so it's cool to do crack once or twice a week, yeah, but I don't do crack 7 days a week. I just do crack 4 to 5 days. I swear, that's it. Like, how does that sound? Seriously, how does that sound? Like, that's what it sounds like with the food. Like, folks, oh man, I can't give up chicken, bro. I can't give up the chicken, bro. Even though it's stuff out here that you can make that taste, had the same texture, and is healthier than chicken that we think we eating, because that's not even chicken. That's just stuff that's called chicken. You know what I'm saying? This stuff out here, the mushroom, oyster mushrooms, chicken of the woods, mushrooms. You can season them, put them in the batter, fry them, and they the same texture, same look, crispy as the crunch and everything, just like chicken. You don't gotta eat chicken. That's the type of shit we was eating before. I'm starting to really think that, nah, we didn't really slaughter animals like that. People, oh well, we always ate meat and the more I learn, the more I call that cat. You know what I'm saying? Chickpeas. That's where your protein at. Your jackfruit. Put that in the skillet, get the frying, put some sauce in it. That's your shredded chicken right there. You make tacos, anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, use some walnuts. You grind up the walnuts and get a food processor, grind them up. And no, just because I said a food processor now does not mean that's the only way to make walnut meat. You know what I'm saying? We was like I said, we was Homo sapiens sapiens back then. We was at our Super Saiyan level. So we was figuring out how to do everything. We had calculators. It's even a spaceship was on the Egyptian walls. You feel me? So we was already doing shit that they don't really tell us about. Boats, sailing, you know what I'm saying? Airplanes. We was making it's little it's little figures of airplanes, because we learned from the bird, and we learned how to make an airplane, learn how to fly. The Wright brothers, you know what I'm saying? I believe that's what the brothers was called. But of course, most of our stuff they got stolen. Most of our ideas, it got stolen. You know what I'm saying? Because they when they came and they had interactions with us, it was it was mind blowing. Like, you feel me? They couldn't believe the shit that they were seeing. And when you read about it and you learn about it, you wouldn't even believe it. That's how brilliant shit was. The pyramids. It was the pyramids. They wasn't how we see it today where there's a step where you can climb up. No, that bump was slick back, smooth down, straight, with the gold tip on the top. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it was placed in a certain position. So when the sun get to the apex at the highest in the sky, it'll come down, and it was windows and stuff, and it'll reflect off of there and show the light in one area. So then during a certain time in the day, you could trace the stars. You could see the stars. You could see the, you know what I'm saying, different constellations and shit. Like, you see other planets at night. You know what I'm saying? The moon, the reflection and everything that made light and shit throughout the pyramid. It didn't have light. It used the light. It used natural light. You know what I'm saying? Uh Shit. We learn how to utilize, in the Bible, when they tell us about the flood, the Nile River had an annual flood. We learned how to work with the annual natural flood. You feel me? We had the Pharaoh Namar. He figured out how to. He was the reason that the Nile River, how we lived along the Nile River. He was the reason. We figured out how to, you know what I'm saying, how to block it off and make it, hold on, we're gonna make it go this way so it don't come too far this way, and we gonna, you know what I'm saying? There's a black mind. They don't tell us these things. They act like we was just living, running around naked. We ain't had no type of nothing. And then, of course, when they teach us, they try to integrate themselves like they was the pharaoh living in Eden. No, when they got there, it was the bottoms of the bottoms. It wasn't nothing brilliant no more, because we wasn't there. It wasn't the environment, the place that was brilliant. It was the people. We made it that. And once you learn that, you learn, you feel me, knowledge of self, knowledge of self, know thyself. That's why our ancestors stressed it, put it in everything. When you walk into big temples, and it know thyself, make sure you know who the fuck you is. You feel me? Like, that's who we is. We're greatness. Black is excellent. Every great thing, it came from a black mind. Everything. Don't matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? Even, matter of fact, and I had somebody try to challenge me, and they was like, so what about the technology nowadays? Because Elon Musk and the Bill Gates and everything. Okay, bet. There wouldn't be none of that if it wasn't for Africa. Why? Because the natural resource, cobalt, the mineral that's found in the Dominican Republic of the Congos, that literally still to this day, our brothers and sisters are being enslaved and getting forced to pick this mineral in for America, and they ship it over here. And that's how we got the iPhone. This is a mineral found this runs off a mineral, a rock found in Africa, in the Congo. Still to this day, I read that there's natural resources that's so abundant there. You can just walk and you just, with your bare hand, dig, and you fuck around find a crystal. You know what I'm saying? You fuck around find a crystal in that mug. You fuck around find a crystal. You just walking like that's, you know what I'm saying? Just like if you watch the little TV show Loki, like I said, I love relating shit to the things that you can go and watch, because once you hear it, you might pay attention to it, or you might go back and notice some things. So that's how you in the TVA, they had the Infinity Stones and shit. they had them, bro, was like shit. Some people use them as paperweights. They not really, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how abundant it is in Africa. We used to skip crystals. We used to be down there with with diamonds. Diamonds. You know, skipping, you know, the rock skipping in the water. Ugh, ugh. We diamonds, bro. Yes, diamonds that they hundreds, millions of dollars. We, bro, this it's a diamond, bro. We go, bro. It's abundant in there. That's why they came and they scavenged. And they were scavengers through all of Africa. They just went from the top all the way. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't make it so far, you know what I'm saying, to certain areas because our forces was too strong in certain areas. So, you know what I'm saying? But most of the areas in Africa, majority of them, yes, they got colonized, they got taken over. We didn't know about backstabbers and snakes. Like I said, we didn't know that people was going to utilize our information and our knowledge for negativity. We didn't know that they was going to use it to manipulate us. You know what I'm saying? They came when we gave them our spiritual knowledge and everything, they came back and they was like, oh, okay, well, we integrated it. Now we got, you know, Jesus and Christianity and whatnot. And you know what I'm saying? All right, well, y'all can have that, and then we can have this, and then next thing you know, now it was a law. They made it laws. They made laws to people that was in Europe couldn't study spirituality. And then they started to move it down. So now it was in Greece, Athens and shit. Now they moved it down some more. Then it was like the tip of Egypt and shit. Because they kept coming down. They did it in stages. They kept creeping down, and you know, they are masters at destruction, chaos, separation, deception, um, murdering, killing, whatever you want to call it, raping, taking, stealing, theft, even. They're masters at that. Anything that's negative, they are masters at that. And again, we gotta understand who our enemies are. And it's not hate. This has nothing to do with hate. This is far from hate. This is actually probably one of the purest forms of love. Because it's honesty. It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying these type of things to help enlighten my people, the people that look like me, my community, because that's who I'm around for. That's who I'm with. You know what I'm saying? I don't have obligations to any other race to help them grow. I don't have, that's not my obligation. That's not what I came here for. You know what I'm saying? This lifetime or the next one. I came here for black melanated carbonated beings. You know what I'm saying? So when I get to talking about the white man, and if you feel some type of way, I apologize, but you can go on. You know what I'm saying? You can, if you don't want to know the truth, because, and like I always say, don't believe me. You can research it yourself. Everything I say, you can research it yourself. Go find it. It's out there because I the same way I did, and I can help you. Just hit me up. YOLO. I help you find it. I send sources. I send websites. I send articles. I will, you feel me? Anything, quotes, whatever you need. I help you out. So back to it. But yeah, we gotta understand that the white man is our enemy. It don't matter who it is. It don't matter that they smile in your face. It don't matter that, you know what I'm saying, such and such backed them up and said that they was a good person. It don't matter that that they gave that they helped you out a little bit. It don't matter. It don't matter. That's part of the deception. If you want to stay in control of somebody, you're gonna keep them at a happy state. You're not gonna treat them completely like shit because then they're gonna catch on like, damn, bro, you don't even fuck with me. You gonna treat them, you know what I'm saying? That's a reason why if you were Uncle Sambo, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not Uncle Tom. If you do research, you know yourself, knowledge is power. Uncle Tom, actually, he was the good one. You feel me? It was Uncle Sambo. That's if you seen Django. Uncle Sambo was like Samuel Jackson. You gonna let the nigga in the big house? Your daddy rolling in this grave. You gonna let a nigga in the big house. You know what I'm saying? Why you gonna let a nigga in the big house? Like that's, you know what I'm saying? That's Uncle Sambo. Don't like other black men. If you seen Life, the dude, yes, boss. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't even talk right. He said, that's him. He from New York City, boss. You know what I'm saying? They like those type. They like those type of people. That's why if you don't know about him, you should do a little research about Jaylen Brown. He's an NBA player. Jaylen Brown. He's a very intellectual NBA player at that. Before he got drafted, they was trying to say that he was too smart. He was too smart. They say he was too smart to be committed to basketball. Like they was questioning if he was going to be committed to basketball in the NBA because of his intellect, which is crazy. So like you got to be dumb to play basketball, like, or you got to like not have a, you know, that's just weird. Like most of them, the stars we know, they came from, rough childhoods, rough neighborhoods, environments, yada yada. They're not very knowledgeable about things. But with this brother, he's very smart. He went to a great college, got a great education and everything, got a great head on his shoulders. And they literally, I just watched a clip today. It was a report that came out that said that he wasn't liked, like he wasn't a popular player because he was too smart. Like, so do you get what they saying? They saying you too smart. We don't like him because we can't control him. He can't be controlled, and that's what they don't like. They don't like a knowledgeable black man because a knowledgeable black man threatens their throne, threatens their empowerment. Just like I'm reading the ISIS paper right now with by Dr. Francis Cress Wilson. And literally they have to keep us down. The system is a prevention of white genetic annihilation. You know what I'm saying? So the black male is denial of the full scale employment and advancements, meaning we only get the low end, low spectrum of the jobs. We might get up to a manager, supervisor. We ain't getting up to that CEO. We not working up to that. They're not giving us that. You know what I'm saying? The black kids, especially males, grow up without a father, aka proper guidance. So now that's when you go to the streets. They looking for the streets. They looking for structure. They looking for, you know what I'm saying, male figures to guide them. We need guidance. Like we need that. And then next thing you know, that leads to frustration and depression and failure in school. So then the male stops going to school because now he like, bro, I'm not learning nothing in school. Like this ain't nothing. I need some money. I gotta help. You feel me? I gotta help out around the house. I gotta help my mom, my grandma. So they saying fuck school. They not learning nothing in school. They not teaching real knowledge, how to make some money, how to get a bank account, how to get a loan, how to get, you feel me, how to create a business, how to find your niche. They're not teaching you that. So we like, bro, I'm about to get up out of here because y'all just sitting me in the classroom and you just talking, yeah, like, bro, I don't even know what you're talking about. And then you just teaching me about all white people. It's all white knowledge, all white people. That's all you learn in school. All white lies. All white lies. You know what I'm saying? Then okay, so then the next step is then it goes to drugs to cope with the frustration and the feelings. Now you're a drug addict. Now you feel me? Now you really not thinking straight. Now you just out here. You know what I'm saying? You drugged up, you're frustrated, you still frustrated. It's not helping you. You're still frustrated when you're not drugged up. And then you're extra frustrated because you can't be drugged up to deal with the frustration. So that just adds on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Then we tricked into thinking that, okay, well, shit, I need some money, so I'm about to go sell some drugs. And then you become a drug dealer, and then you get guns, to protect yourself during, you feel me, drug transactions and whatnot. And next thing you know, you selling to somebody who literally was in this place that you was just in because now they frustrated and they just need something to cope with the drugs, but they ain't got no money. So now when they coming to you, they trying to take your shit and you like, nigga, I just got down. This is all I got. So now you got a gun and you gonna kill them because they just trying to cope with their frustration and you confused. You thinking drug dealing is gonna help you with your situation. And now you still, it's a loop. It's just a loop. And now you done killed them. Now you going to jail. Now you doing the same thing to your kids that your father did to you. And it's a loop. And then they gonna lead to having no guidance and they gonna be frustrated and they gonna drop out of school and they gonna be a drug dealer or be on drugs. And then they're gonna kill somebody or kill themselves or go to jail. And then it's a cycle. This is the instructions they got. This is the instructions they got. And how to make, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily in how to make a Negro a Christian. They use they use spiritual instructions with that. But that's how they enslaved us and how they took us down mentally. So the how to make a Negro a Christian is about spiritually. This is mentally. You know what I'm saying? Then that's leading, like I said, that's leading to black men's killing each other via drug contributions or a gun. And then black men don't manufacture Oh, and then that's how you also know it's a setup because because black men don't manufacture the chemicals for the drugs. You know what I'm saying? Or we don't even make guns. So where do you think the drugs and the guns is coming from? You feel me? Like they put it in numerous TV shows that they got corrupt cops. They got corrupt organizations that we think is supposed to be abided by the law that they also created. So of course they're going to know the loopholes and shit to go, to get past the law. And then we looking at them thinking that they all good and mighty. And and really in reality, the police station down the street is supplying the hood with the drugs, and then they coming to lock them up when shit go bad. Because that's the same shit they did with COVID. You know what I'm saying? That's when I had my awakening during COVID. I was seeing like, wait a minute, seeing videos where it's motherfucker, it's cops. They in the pickup trucks. They coming. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, they dropping a stack of bricks off. You know what I'm saying? In the area, just so happened where the route of the riots was going. And they had on vests and everything, and with the, you know what I'm saying, the earpiece and everything. So y'all spent y'all secret agents or some shit. Like, why y'all putting these stacks of bricks here? There's no construction or nothing. And then next thing you know, when you see the images of the riots and shit that was happening around certain cities and shit, you see them using bricks to bust out store windows and shit. Then you put two and two together with the president shit. And they both claim, the Democrats and the Republican parties, they both claim they're for the people. But they're going against each other. But y'all both for the people though. So why don't y'all team together? You know what I'm saying? The Camilla chick. They have literally manipulated us so much mentally. We don't even use our brain. We don't think. We just get told. We get told and we obey. You know what I'm saying? This chick has been asked numerous of times, what are you going to do for the black community? The question wasn't, what are you going to do for only the black community? The question wasn't, are you going to do things for black people only? The question was, what are you going to do for the black community? Period. In general, like, what are you going to do? Like, what type of things? So why do you deserve the black person's vote? Shorty has not answered that, not one time. One time. I done heard her talk about lipstick on Starbucks cups. I done heard her talk about Trump being racist. I done heard her talk about Trump not being stable enough to be the president. I done heard her talking about the celebrities. I done heard her talking about everybody as a whole, like all people, the whole human race. but I have not yet heard her say what she's going to do to deserve the black person's vote. But yet, all these black people are endorsing her and standing behind her, and I guarantee they'd probably already voted. And y'all voting for what? Because she appears to be black? We don't even, and that's another thing. They done manipulated us. We don't even understand that just because you got a little dark skin, all skin folk ain't kin folk no more. Y'all forgot that they rape most of majority of our women. So now they done mixed in. We got mixed folks. We got black people that, yeah, their parents might be black, but guess what? They parents is white. Or they parents got raped by a white man, or you know what I'm saying? They had a white great grandma or some shit. So we gotta if they not saying what the fuck they gonna do for us, they don't deserve to vote. Period. And then they manipulate us with, oh, our ancestors worked hard and died for us to voice our opinion. And no, they didn't die for this. They didn't die for us to be fighting over which slave master is going to be our slave master. They didn't do that, because Camilla is not going to, she just the face. They already had old Sleepy Biden in there, so they like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Y'all probably tired of two white men, so we gonna put the mask on, the mask in front of you. We gonna mask our true agenda and give you a darker color candidate that don't classify herself as black, don't claim her black heritage or nothing. I just seen something about somebody that she made a book talking about her grandma, and that wasn't even her real grandma that she was talking about in the book. Like, we just get manipulated all the way because we don't want to know ourselves, we don't want to love ourselves, and we don't want to unite with ourselves. We want others. We want other people to help. We want other races to help. We want the white man to help us get businesses. We want the white man to help us grow spiritually. We want the white man to help us connect with God. We want the white man to help us teach our children. We want the white man to do everything for us. We don't want to do nothing for ourselves no more. And when we get to having people that, like myself, that's telling us to empower ourselves, now we canceling them. Now we don't want to listen to them. Or now we just gonna listen to the media and let them crucify our leaders, aka Rashad Jamal, aka Dr. Malachi York, aka, you know what I'm saying, Malcolm X, because they don't really talk about his true agenda. Marcus Garvey, Mahatma Gandhi, shit, all of them, bro. They don't tell us about them because they took them out. Huey P. Newton's, the Black Panther Party. They don't tell us about our true leaders. They give us the little fake leaders, and oh, Abraham Lincoln. We don't want them, bro. We want the ones that was ready to fight, bro. We should be studying the ones that was ready to fight, that was actually ready to stand on business.